welcome back. So as you can see, I recently got my hair colored and I absolutely love how it turned out. I mean, look at that. It's such a beautiful blue denim sort of color, and it's been a while since I've started coloring my own hair. Ever since I colored my hair for the first time, I've got tons and tons of requests, and I'm extremely sorry I couldn't film this video earlier for you guys, but I kind of was doing like a trial and error method on myself. But now I've colored my hair about 2 to 3 times, and now I think I'm better able to explain things to you guys now. And it looks very complicated, but it's actually one of the most easiest things you can do. But before I get on with the tutorial, I would like to point out 2 things. The first thing is these kind of unusual colors like blue, green, pink, or whatever color you're going for. If you want it to really show on your hair, then you want to get your hair bleached. If you have blonde hair naturally, then that's really good for you. But if you have black or brown hair, then you would want to bleach your hair first. And you also want to make sure to get your hair bleached to an extent where it starts to look kind of ashy and white, because if your bleach is looking kind of orangey or yellow, that means it's not bleached enough. And if you go ahead and apply these kind of colors to those kind of orangey or yellowish bleached hair, then the color might not come out exactly like what it looks on the tube, because the warmth of your hair color might like alter the color of the dye. So you want to make sure to bleach your hair further till you get your hair to look kind of ashy white. Bleaching is a pretty tedious process and it contains a lot of risk. Bleaching can actually really damage your hair, and I know a lot of people bleach their own hair at home, but I didn't want to risk it because I wanted to go to a professional who could bleach my hair without causing much damage to it. So I went ahead and bleached my hair at the salon in Delhi. It's called Alaya. They did an excellent job, and I also got it in an ombre style, and look at that, my ombre looks very flawless. Like, it's not like a straight line. So it comes like gradually from top to down, and that is how an ombre is supposed to be. So Alaya does a fantastic job of bleaching your hair in an ombre style in case you're from Delhi and you're interested in doing something like this. Then once you've bleached your hair, you can go ahead and find so many different types of dyes all over the market. But for me personally, I use the Manic Panic dyes. You can find them on Amazon. They're not too expensive as well. They are like about 14 or 1500 rupees. So these are quite affordable, because if you go to a salon, they will charge you a lot more. And the other thing you want to keep in mind before dyeing your hair is these kind of colors, no matter what dye you use, they will run out whenever you wash your hair. It's going to turn lighter and lighter every time you wash your hair. So the maximum these kind of colors would last on your hair is about, I would say, like 2 to 2.5 months. That is if you're very careful and you maintain your hair very well. If you wash your hair too often, then it would last for about a month or a month and a half. So these are just temporary colors. You need to keep that in mind. So those were some of the pointers that I wanted to put out there before I went ahead and showed you the full tutorial on how to color your own hair at home. Now let's just jump into the tutorial.
Alright guys, so this picture or video was taken last year, and this is the first time I dyed my hair, and as you can see, I went for that pastel sort of soft color effect look. So for this look, I used the Manic Panic dye in the shade Electric Amethyst. And then you're also going to need some conditioner. Actually, you're going to need lots and lots of conditioner, a mixing bowl, a hair dye brush, an old t-shirt that you don't mind throwing away, a hair grip, and some plastic gloves. So first of all, you're going to empty the contents of the conditioner into a bowl and take lots and lots of conditioner. Like, I used 2 bottles of this. So then you're going to add the dye slowly, like 1 to 2 spoons at a time. Mix the whole thing together and check the shade, and then keep adding on if you want more. So you want to keep doing this till you get a shade that is like about 3 to 4 shades darker than the shade you actually want on your hair, and that's the only way you're going to get this color to show up on your hair. So yeah, now I am just brushing my hair and detangling it, and then I'm sectioning it into 2 portions like that, and further sectioning the bottom portion into 2, and this way it's much more easier to apply the dye evenly all over your hair. So then I'm going ahead and applying the dye with the dye brush to all the areas that are visible to the eyes. So yeah, you want to get the back of your hair as well. So as you can see, I'm only adding a very little amount to the roots of my hair because the roots of my hair is generally very dark. So the color is not going to catch up very well on those areas, but I just want that slight hint of color there. And so I'm concentrating more of the dye to the ends of my hair where the hair is getting lighter, because the color is going to show up much more better at the ends of the hair. And I also recommend using a big tooth comb or your fingers to help spread the dye evenly across your hair. And I'm going to add more color to my root area at the top of my head because I want a slight tint of the lavender or blue or whatever this color is to show up on my roots as well. So once the entire head is covered with the dye, go ahead and grip your hair together with a hair grip. And I also like to add a plastic over my hair and cover it up because the warmer you keep your hair, the more the color will develop. I also like to go ahead and blow some hot air to my hair for a certain period of time. Then I left the dye on for about 2.5 hours or so. And once that's done, just go ahead and rinse your hair. And this is what the finished look looks like. This is what my hair looks like after blow drying, and I absolutely love the pastel tones at the ends of my hair. But now you can clearly see what I meant in the beginning, like where the hair is slightly orangey and warm, the color didn't catch up really well, but at the ends where my hair was kind of white, the color caught up really well. So now coming back to my hair color at the moment, I have got this really deep blue hair color going on, and for this I used the Manic Panic Rockabilly Blue. And this time what I did is I added more of the hair dye and less of the conditioner. The rest of the process is exactly the same. I just added more dye and very less conditioner this time. I also realized that the more dye you use, the better it shows up even on darker hair. When I was doing the pastel thing, I was using a lot of conditioner and very little dye, so it wasn't showing up on the top of my head. But this time when I used more dye, it showed up really well even in the not so overly bleached hair.
Since I've been coloring my hair for over a year now, I have kind of gotten used to taking care of colored hair. So I wanted to film a video on how you can care for and maintain your color for a longer period of time, and also some kind of hair care for color damaged or bleach damaged hair. So if you are interested, then don't forget to let me know in the comments. I will be really happy to do that video for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'll see you guys soon. Bye!